Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation there is sure to be failure. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. I hear, I know. I see, I remember. I do, I understand. What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home. The expectations of life depend upon diligence. The mechanic that would perfect his work must first sharpen his tools. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. We should feel sorrow, but not sink under its oppression. An oppressive government is more to be feared than a tiger. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. If you look into your own heart, and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? If we don't know life, how can we know death? Wisdom, compassion, and courage are the three universally recognized moral qualities of men. The superior man thinks always of virtue, the common man thinks of comfort. Learning without thought is labor lost, thought without learning is perilous. I want you to be everything that's you, deep at the center of your being. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? To see and listen to the wicked is already the beginning of wickedness. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. The object of the superior man is truth. To know what you know and what you do not know, that is true knowledge. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential, these are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. It is easy to hate and it is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. All good things are difficult to achieve, and bad things are very easy to get. When anger rises, think of the consequences. The cautious seldom err. Never give a sword to a man who can't dance. Humility is the solid foundation of all virtues. If you think in terms of a year, plant a seed. If in terms of 10 years, plant trees. If in terms of 100 years, teach the people. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. Study the past, if you would divine the future. Heaven means to be one with God. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. To see the right and not to do it is cowardice. Never contract friendship with a man that is not better than thyself. A gentleman would be ashamed should his deeds not match his words. You cannot open a book without learning something. In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. To practice 5 things under all circumstances constitutes perfect virtue. These 5 are gravity, generosity of soul, sincerity, earnestness, and kindness. They must often change. Who would be constant in happiness or wisdom? To see what is right and not to do it is one of courage, or of principle. Virtue is not left to stand alone. He who practices it will have neighbors. The superior man understands what is right. The inferior man understands what will sell.